This is Nosey with Good Intentions, the podcast.
In every nook and cranny.
This is Michael.
And Kirk. Guiding your noses today.
That worked! All right, so do you want to try the thing we're going to try?
Why not? Michael, what's been out on your mind lately?
All right, it's a weird topic, but I wanted to talk about can you be pro-black and be in an interracial relationship?
Okay. Why do you think you couldn't be?
I think that you can, but I think that the outside world, not that they control your life, but I think the outside world sees it as, how can you be pro-black but not be with someone of the same...
And date a white woman.
Yes, yes. Or
what
whatever.
About a white man?
I don't think you can do that either.
I think it's okay as long as you're gay.
It's accepted.
It's accepted. Serena, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, Serena Williams, her husband's white.
Right.
The twins, the Maori twins, Tia and Tamara.
Oh yeah, one of them is married to a white guy, one is married to a black guy.
I thought they were both married to white. Yes, at least one is married to a white man. I thought they both were. Anyway. There's examples, I guess.
Right.
I just don't, I guess I don't know why you would have to be like, I can't date the devil. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know.
Okay, well, let's start with this. Do you believe in interracial dating? Well, it ain't everybody, just saying in general.
What does that mean? Like, do I believe it exists?
As in, do you object to interracial dating?
Well, no.
I know the answer, but the people listening.
The audience, no. I don't at all.
Okay, neither do I. I have no objection to interracial dating. But I have found it interesting that some people in the black community or other communities will look at it and go, why would you be dating somebody outside of your race?
Yeah, there's some complications there.
How so?
It typically seems to be female.
Okay.
If a black male is dating a white woman, there seems to be an aggression that she receives from the black female community. And I'm not really sure if it's a perceived thing or if it's a real thing. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I've seen a little bit. It doesn't seem perceived. It seems pretty cut and dry. Let's just say that.
Okay.
There seems to be this thing, which I don't understand, because I think black women, there are so many white men out there. Go for it, girl.
But see, black women are not torn down for dating white men.
They are.
No, it's viewed as
a white man. Well, but the white man has to be more there.
Oh yeah, it can't be no.
Like Tia, I think it's Tia. Is it Tia?
I don't know which one. I hate to say that I can't tell the difference.
I can tell the difference. I just need to see the picture.
Well, one has a mole and one doesn't, right?
They both have a mole.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah, they both have a mole. I would need to see a picture of the one that has the white husband, because I thought they both had white husbands.
No. One of them's married to a black guy. I think he's behind the scenes.
Tia was the one that was in The Game, the TV show The Game.
Okay, I know about The Game. I didn't know which.
Tamara is on The Real.
Okay, gotcha.
Or Tia's on The Real.
See what I'm saying?
The problem is I need to see a picture.
Because
I can tell them.
Oh, okay.
No. I don't have to see them together. I just need to see a picture of which one is on The Real. And which one is married to the white man.
The set of The Real.
Yes. Because once I see their picture, I don't have to see both of them.
Right.
But I know which one's which, just from looking at a picture of one of them.
Okay, that's fair.
So if I had a picture of the one with the white husband, I'd be able to say which one it is. I feel pretty confident it's Tia, though.
Okay. But if you notice, though, like Janet Jackson was married to a white guy. Of course, he was a billionaire.
But I think the white guy has to be above
her.
As
far as status, money, or a little bit of everything. It's still...
Here's what happens. I think this is what happens. Let me not put it all on the black women. Excuse me. Forgive me, women.
They're coming for your ass.
They're coming for me. Because I think that black men are like, oh, you're just going to fuck around with this white man.
But see, the other thing
you ain't got it. what is it? Kevin Hart says, what about this long dick? You gonna learn today. Do you know what I'm saying? I think black men are mean to black women who date white men because they're like, oh, you ain't got this coming at you.
But what's funny is at the same time, we the same ones hollering about we want an exotic chick. So
correct. We've already started with straight men are the problem of many things. Currently, today, it will be interracial couples. But I do think that black women have a sort of to white women who are dating a black man. I don't even think the black man has to be about anything.
Nah.
Like, he can just exist.
But I think, again, we're not women, but we always...
Look, I think we've gotten really close. I think we've been close, like especially me. I think I've been
you're
pretty
a little closer to a woman than I am.
Listen at you.
But I think some of it is viewed as you took one of the good ones, even if they don't know if that black guy is a good black guy or not. He might be a bum ass.
I love the assumption that he's a good one.
Well, you would think.
And I love you, assume he's not.
I don't know what they are. It varies.
You're like, you don't know. He might be a bad
there's
one.
Poor interracial couples. I've seen them. They're redneck, hillbilly, black and white, or whatever races mixed together. I've seen bougie ass interracial couples. It varies. Yeah. But I don't think it's. I think on the outside.
Are you coming at me about that? I'm kidding.
I think from the outside world, it's viewed as black men don't think black women are good enough, so they go with the other.
Which I think is so weird. Okay, can I derail just for a quick second?
We always do.
I've been dying to ask somebody this question. Is it attractive when the white person acts quote unquote black?
You mean the worst stereotype of black people,
correct?
Not just black?
Cash me outside. Is that attractive?
Hell no. To your average black dude, no. Most black dudes, I would think if you're going to date outside your race, why would you pick somebody who's the worst stereotype of what is assumed is black?
But I mean, there's, well, and maybe this is just rap, but a lot of the rap songs, the hood rat chick, they want that's not the right word, is it? Mm-hmm. There's
like a hood rat.
Anyway, go ahead. Let me not try to act like I'm hipping with it. I thought there was a different word, but yeah.
Like a chicken head?
Maybe. That might have been what I was thinking.
There's a bunch of derogatory things that...
Chicken head is a very specific thing. No. I think TLC had a song about that.
No, they had a scrub.
No. They had chicken head.
They did?
On the same album as No Scrubs.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah. I'm not familiar with this.
I think it went something like... It was a whole song.
What, Bog Chicken? That was chicken. It. No, that's Project Pat and 3 6 Mafia.
I swear to God that's on
No,
TLC's
that's 3 6
album.
Mafia.
I swear to God that's on TLC's album.
Who is the residential hip hop?
What I'm saying is that I know what you're talking about.
So you're not talking about that song?
But I think they sampled that.
Oh, they might have sampled it.
For TLC to have a song called Chicken Head.
Oh, okay.
Because I believe she says, I don't want no silly hoe, is one of the lines.
Oh.
I don't want your silly hoe. It might be your silly hoe. Anyway, whatever. TLC. Audience, look it up out there. Don't trust my word on this. But I think it was the For Our Fans or whatever the name of that album was.
For Our Fans Only. I know which one you're talking about because the front of it is kind of metallic looking.
Yeah. It's the same album as No Scrubs.
Yeah.
I think it's like number 3 or 4.
Yeah, it had a million hits on it. Yeah, it has Unpretty on it. It has...
I loved it.
That's a good song. She did sign language in the video.
She did.
She did.
Unpretty became a joke later on with me and macaroni and cheese.
Oh hell! Y'all called each other unpretty?
Like, no, we were talking about some other hoe. We were like, because it was really
oh Lord.
But she was saying that she was feeling some type of way because she was feeling like nobody was complimenting her, and me and macaroni and cheese was like, this bitch is feeling unpretty. We're not boosting her up.
Oh, you don't want to give her a boost of confidence?
Have several seats. Girl, if you're fishing for compliments, don't fish over in this pond because they ain't coming.
You stupid.
You know what I'm saying, though? Because I'm going to be the one that you're like, I'm feeling fat today. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm
going to concur?
Even if I don't even know who said it. Yep. Because I'm more like, I'm feeling it too. But it comes across as, yeah, you're fat.
You marinate in. Okay, fair enough.
Correct.
All right, so...
Let me stop the derail. No, you're rail me back in.
Stupid. But I think, I did see one thing that was interesting. I don't know if I agree or disagree. And I'm going to summarize what he said. It was Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't even know if he's Some
the
people
big guy you showed me.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was on the Breakfast Club. Some people say he's a fraud. I don't know. That ain't my job to determine if he's a fraud. I don't particularly
I
give
love
a
how
shit.
we were like, fraud.
No, well, that's because he's been building a school for years, yet there's no school. He's been collecting donations and contributions. So I don't know if he's. So I'm not saying he's the best, but what he said was interesting.
I have a transfer truck, 18-wheeler out here. It's down the street with $1 million worth of cash. I need you to go to the store and get me a Green Dot card
And
for
put it all on.
$500. Send that to me and you get the meal.
Yes. So for the listeners, I don't know if he's a fraud. I'm not calling him a fraud. That ain't my position to do.
Yeah.
But he said something that was interesting. He said when you date or if you marry within your own community, I was about to say intertwine, which is not the right word. When you marry within your community, as you build wealth together, and it in turn adds, like I said, I'm paraphrasing what he said, but basically in a nutshell, he said when you marry within your community, you keep wealth within your community. And a lot of times when you interracially date or marry outside, you know what I'm saying? Like outside of your community, you take wealth.
When you tiptoe outside of the community.
Yes, you basically take wealth from your community. Now, I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I just thought it was really interesting because I had never thought about it.
I do think that's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder, does that apply to poor communities?
Ain't no wealth to take from the community.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I'm poor and you're poor, the hell did we do for our community?
Exactly.
Now there's two of us poor together.
Exactly.
Well, I don't think you should marry somebody for money.
I don't either.
Apparently, women are encouraged to marry people with money, still to this day, which I find odd.
We got to remember the dynamic is different.
Well, I find it odd because we're like, let's marry for love. How much money do you have?
You stupid.
Girl.
But remember,
you know what I'm saying?
A few episodes ago, we talked about what marriage used to be for, and kind of still is now, just in a different way.
But we say it's for love.
Yeah.
That's
some of it is for love, but remember what we said initially.
Love of what?
Money.
Correct. Which is what I'm saying. Like, but I think I'm not blaming women,
right?
Because they're being encouraged to do this.
This
like
is what society has said. Yeah. Do X, Y, and Z to get A, B, and C.
Kid.
Yeah.
God bless these poor kids.
Yeah.
If my parents were like, yeah, I got money because I had you, I'd be devastated.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I had you for money?
What if they used it to take care of your ass?
Well, I guess I wouldn't know anything. Well, I guess I wouldn't know any different.
Yeah.
But I would feel unpretty.
You stupid. So damn unpretty.
Make you feel unpretty too. Okay. But I think with the I think with the wealth thing.
Okay.
I think if you're giving back to your community in any way,
right?
Check.
Yeah.
Great.
Of course.
I don't think you have to stay in the community to give to the community.
I agree. You can still contribute to the community you come from, or if you hypothetically, if a black dude marries a white woman and the white woman wants to give back to the black community because she sees there's a need, I don't have no problem with that.
Right.
Because you can do good regardless of who you marry or who you don't marry.
Correct.
But I do wonder if there is a struggle of understanding each other's culture when, like, for example, last year when George Floyd happened. I wonder what those conversations were like when interracial couples had to have. I mean, you got to have that conversation. I mean, you can't just be like, "Oh, well, that sucked," and just,
of course,
what we cooking for dinner? You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna talk about it. It was. I mean, obviously, it's happened more than just last year, but that was like the one that was like, this is a stamp on. We got to do something about this.
Yeah.
And I
that
wonder.
Was the knee, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was it.
Yeah. I'm bad with
names.
Don't quote me on the time, but it was somewhere 7, 9. He was like dead while he still had his knee on his neck. Which is like we've already agreed.
That was that awful video. Anyway. Yeah. Let's not.
Yeah.
Well, just for.
Yeah, but I don't know what those conversations would be like. Would it be hard to have deep conversations with somebody you don't culturally?
Could the conversation start as that sucks?
Yeah.
And I'm nervous.
Right.
What can we do? How do we?
Yeah.
How do we help each other in this?
Where do we go from here?
Because this is, I don't. It's such a specific thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you're talking. This is, correct me if I'm wrong, please. But I guess in my mind, it's not really a black and white thing.
No.
It's a position of power.
And it's a right and wrong thing.
Right and wrong.
Yeah.
But it's also this position of power and authority that these prejudices are clearly influencing.
And abusing the shit out of. Yeah.
And it becomes an abuse of power and authority. So I it's like, for us to have that conversation, neither one of us are in any position of authority.
No. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how you would have a conversation.
I guess as good as mine, but
you know what I mean? Because it's not like it's random. What I call it, pappy. It's not pappy down the street.
People that's supposed to protect and serve, not
protect and serve everyone.
Yes, not just who they want to.
Correct. And it's like these prejudices and lack of training, and there's all these factors that seem so much more than a. Did you see that?
Yeah.
What are we gonna? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But think about an interracial couple just sitting at home, and it was all over the news.
Correct.
What do you, like you said? Where do you start that conversation? Where do you? I mean, what if you have difference of opinions? Like, not to be funny, what if the black guy's like, not for George Floyd specifically, but just hypothetically, say, I'm just going to say person X, weird circumstances, gets killed by the police. Okay. I'm not going to use George Floyd because clearly that was murder, but just a person gets killed by the police. Weird circumstances, not real hazy on the details. And what if the black guy goes, well, he shouldn't have had that? What if the white woman or the white man is the person that's not of color, and they agree that that's fucked up? Versus, what if the person that the significant other that is of color, what if they think that it was justified, or vice versa, whatever it may be? But I'm just saying, like, that's weird.
Sometimes I wonder. I mean, the knee thing was pretty clear.
Well, yeah, that's why I said we take that away and just.
But the others, a lot of the others, there was some haze.
Yeah.
A lot of the others that are coming to mind right now. I'm gonna say.
I saw your face. You're like, by the way,
I'm gonna say that the people of color in my world, tended to not be on the side of the person of color in the situation.
Okay, fair enough.
I was lost because I'm one of those people. I'm like, where's the evidence? Let's collect the evidence. Let's collect the evidence. Yeah. Let's all
and I'm not
take a pause, collect the evidence. Now what?
Yeah.
Like,
you don't have to reference anyone specific because I don't want nobody to feel some type of.
So bad with names.
You good?
But anyway, so for me, there was a lot of moments of, I'm sorry, I'm here.
You're right.
Do you need anything? Is there something that I genuinely can do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I talked to people that I knew that were married to police officers or were police officers. I talked to them like, what is this? What do you think?
Yeah, what do you do with this? Yeah.
What can I say anything? Is there anything I can help with? You know what I mean? Is there any, is there any congressman I can call? Or you know what I'm saying? Like there's things that we can do. I just don't know what they are in these specific instances.
Yeah.
But I guess that would be part of the conversation. Do you want to do something? Do you want to do something together? Do you want to go? I told you they were having the protest outside of the building.
Yeah.
That I was in, and I'm like, solidarity, girl. But I got to. These bills keep showing up every month, and I can't be out there because this job's happening at the same time. But I'm here. I'm waving through the glass at you.
I got my flag.
Solidarity, girl. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff to really consider, and as an interracial couple, like. Again, I know we've said it a few times, but where do you start with those conversations? Or just, even if something stupid, like, say...
But here's my question to you.
Okay.
Let's say it's two people of color. How do they have this conversation?
Shit, I mean... we don't always agree just because we're both black.
Right, but I mean, like, we're like, obviously talking about interracial couples specifically for this, but I mean, I think black couples are having the same conversation.
Yeah, but I think, not always, obviously, because there's no such thing as all and every, but I would think... Or I would hope to think more often than not, people that are of the same culture tend to, not that we're a monolith, we all think the exact same thing, but I think you would be, like we've already discussed, I suck at empathy, but I think I would be able to empathize more with a tragedy that would happen to a specific group of people that I relate to more so than a group I don't relate to or I don't culturally identify with. I could be wrong. I think it would be easier if two people of whatever race they are would be able to go, man, that's effed up. Whatever the thing is that's effed up. I think they would have an easier time maybe understanding it because they're both and again, we're not all in every.
Do you think it would be more frustrating?
What do you mean?
Let's say it's two persons of color dating each other.
Right.
And then there's an interracial couple.
Okay.
Do you think it would be more frustrating if the two people of color disagreed on this topic?
Okay.
Versus the interracial couple disagreed?
Wait, say the question again. Do you think it would be more difficult?
Do you think the conversation would be more difficult if the two black people were like on opposite sides of each other, trying to date, talking about this issue?
I think it would be just as difficult because the two black people could potentially, hypothetically, one is very pro-black and one is just nonchalant. They just live in life.
Right.
And that one that is pro-black may go, well, so you don't support your own people? I mean, that's something you could potentially throw in your spouse's face. Yeah. Just like the black and white, whatever arrangement that is.
Yeah.
I think, what if the white person is like, this is whatever happened to person of color is fucked up, and this black person is kind of like, they deserved it, or I'm just throwing that out.
So, do you think there's an expectation for the person to go along with it?
The interracial or the
interracial? Well, I feel like maybe I'm wrong. I feel like with the black couple, if you're both black and something happens to a black person and you're going to talk about it, you as two black individuals get to have disagreeing opinions, and you can be like, no, I care about my community, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You can't call me on my blackness.
Right.
Yeah.
But the white person, if they're like, this is really fucked up, and the black person's like, nah, they deserved it. Do you just go,
okay.
I mean, sounds good.
Well, I think.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong.
I was just joking. Joshing you.
Just joshing.
I think it depends. I think if for the interracial couple, so stupid. I think for the interracial couple, I think that if they're together and it's more than just a week of dating, and it's like a real relationship, not the beginning.
So a week and a day.
Stupid.
I'm with you.
No, if it's a real relationship,
yeah.
I would hope that the black person of that relationship knows that the white person is not pandering. Because you should be able to decipher if they genuinely have love for your community or they just give a shit because they go, y'all dating. You know what I mean?
No, I'm sorry. That was me completely.
Oh, gotcha.
That went
I'll say it again.
Fully over my head. And I think I zoned out for a second because I was like, I don't know what you're saying.
Okay. I think the person of color that's married or date significant, like a real partner that's not black. I'm trying to make sure I say this correctly.
Let's just do black and white.
Okay.
That way
black person should know that white person should be able to distinguish whether the white person is pandering and just because they happen to be dating or involved with or married to a person of color is not. Damn, I lost my train of thought. I hear my child in the background.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Okay, what I'm basically saying is the black person should be able to decipher if the white person is just agreeing or empowering or championing the black community just because they're with a black person or they genuinely give a shit. Did that make more sense? You can tell when somebody's kind of agreeing with the movement just to look like they agree with the movement, but they don't give a shit.
To be woke.
Yes. You can tell fake wokeness versus I genuinely give a shit. You know what I mean? Because a white person who really cares.
So you're looking to the black person needs to be able to see, oh, no, you're genuine.
Yeah, because the white
you're
person...
You're not just being like, let's get them.
Yes, I love my boo.
But if you leave me tomorrow, I'm coming to get you.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because you can tell if a white person genuinely cares about the movement for whatever, for the moment I'm talking about, then even if their partner that is black, whether they agree with the movement or not, they're going to still stand on that.
Gotcha. Okay.
See what I'm saying?
I'm with you now. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Because if you don't
stand in your truth with or without.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Even if your partner that is of color don't give a shit or they're the opposite, if you truly care about that movement or whatever that in that moment is, you're going to stand on it.
But my question is, let's say I'm in it.
Okay.
Let's say I'm one
in
of those.
it to win it.
I'm one of those really woke people.
Okay.
I don't know what it's
Stay
called.
woke.
If you stay woke, you ain't got to get woke.
Yes. I like that. That was smooth right there.
But so let's say it's me and you, just for our back, so we can have an actual back and forth. And I go, oh my God, Michael, what are we gonna do? And you're like, fuck him. He deserved every bit of that. Am I supposed to go?
Oh, right, you're right.
Okay, sure, yeah, sounds good. Or am I supposed to be like, Michael, the movement?
Well, you don't have to be like over the top about it. Because if I disagree, there's no point. If I sternly disagree, it's kind of fruitless to just keep beating it over my head. No, we got to there's gonna be people that do agree with you. You work with those people. See what I'm saying? So
So your advice is, I'm just gonna clarify. Your advice, we're gonna role play again. So I say, Michael, what are we gonna do about this? This is all.
I don't give a shit.
So you ready? Is that how we're gonna do it? Okay. Get them ready.
See what I'm saying?
Got to get them ready. Okay.
Yeah. So that would be, I think, a big component of it. You gotta.
But almost, I wonder, if you're dating somebody that isn't raised in the same culture, so to speak, is there not some fun to teaching this person about your culture? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get to teach them the cool shit about your culture.
Yeah.
Good soul, for me, good soul food, the music. Yeah. Well, there's a whole bunch of cool shit about black people. So there's no shortage of cool shit I would teach somebody in an interracial relationship.
But I mean, I guess that would be something fun.
Yeah. And then, if I date a white girl, she could teach me about not putting seasoning on my food. I'm just joking. But I'm not joking.
Possibly. It depends on where you are.
Yeah.
It depends on where you are.
In the South, I might be all right.
I think you'd be all right in the South. I think there's a level of seasoning in the South.
It might not be as in depth as my palate, but...
Well, and it could be they may have a medical condition.
That prohibits certain
pretty much. Whatever. But yeah, I guess... I would imagine that if you're in an interracial relationship for a topic like, what we were
hypothetically police brutality or whatever.
Correct.
Be,
Person
something
X.
Bad, not
something bad happening. If it was the white person that was like, oh, they totally deserve that. I think that would be a lot harder than if the black person was like, they deserve that.
That would be an awkward conversation. I hope to never have. Well, I don't date.
But what do you think?
I'm not currently dating anybody that's white, so I'm good.
Well, but what if they did? Here's my thing.
Okay.
Let's say there was 100 incidences.
Okay.
But there was one that was legit. Let's say there was one that was by the book, legit. One. Okay. And this is the one we're talking about. And I'm like, but that one literally is by the book. There's a video,
as in the black person who got killed was actually in the wrong?
This was a whole legit thing by the book. They followed everything that they were supposed to follow. This one out of 100.
Right.
One. Does that make a difference? Or is it this one is just the outlier of the 100? The movement is really about the 100. Do you know what I mean?
I think if it was me, I would have to explain to that person, you might legitimately be correct about this one instance. Uh-huh. But the bigger picture is the other 99 is what we're fighting.
Right.
So I think it would be incumbent upon the person of color to explain that, but not flip out. Well, fuck it then, bitch. You don't know, because then you don't get anywhere. You know what I mean? So if you go off and start acting ignorant, what have you accomplished? You've basically shunned a potential ally.
True.
So what did that cursing them out about the one out of 100 got you nowhere?
True.
Now they don't give a shit about the other 99.
Potentially.
And the bigger goal is get America to understand the other 99, not
great again.
One.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Great for the first time.
Yeah. Wasn't too bad for white people.
Great for the first time for everybody.
Yes. It never really stopped being bad for white people.
Here's the thing: when you're white, you got to make sure that you're a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
This is true.
Straight.
This is true. And some people that
mostly
are
male,
of European descent claim white.
Correct.
So they're white.
Correct. Yeah, it's a jacked up system because it's not real.
Yeah.
It's made up. Whatever.
It's societal.
Anyway. Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean?
I guess I could see that. I think anytime, I think dating is already,
that's hard as hell, apparently.
Thing.
That's what they tell me.
Dating is already has its own challenges, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Yeah. Are you taking my word? My phrase.
Was that
for lack of better words?
Oh. Sometimes I come up with a good one. That one was not a good one.
Oh, mine ain't good.
You said it, not me.
Terrible.
But I think dating already has its own challenges just because you're two individuals trying to like coexist.
Yeah, you're trying to merge regardless of race. You're trying
Correct.
to merge your upbringing and this person's upbringing and your understanding of the world and this person's perspective and understanding the world and merge them into one.
Right. Before
Before
schedules.
Yeah.
Those are hard.
Jobs. I mean, just
lost my whole train of thought.
Oh, my bad.
Schedules. They're hard.
They are
and
hard.
then I lost my whole train of thought and I was like, I almost went, schedules. They're hard.
emphasize.
Just to see if I could get back on track.
Yes.
But yeah, no, schedules are hard. Work, which is a schedule.
Yeah, but there's more to just.
Yeah, but I mean, location, agreeing on a place to live. Okay, can I derail us on place to live? Okay, so let's say it doesn't have to be interracial.
Okay,
but it can be if you want it to be.
Okay.
Let's say you're dating, and you're getting pretty serious.
Okay.
And so you're.
What's the time frame? How long that person been dating?
Getting pretty serious.
Okay. Whatever
that could be for anybody. Okay. That could be for anybody. That could be any time for anybody.
2 years. We finally getting serious. No, I'm just playing.
That is a long time to wait to get quote serious.
Yes.
But let's say you're sort of having that living together conversation. Okay. You're at that level of serious.
Gotcha.
And so let's say it's me and you, for argument's sake, me and you. So you have a place and I have a place.
Okay.
And I'm like, why don't you live in my place?
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's a great transition.
You live in my place.
Yeah.
So technically, it's my place.
Yeah.
Because it was my place.
Yeah.
You're moving in makes it our place.
Yeah, I would hope so.
But what happens when I have a little bad day and I go, Michael, no, this is my house. If you need to stay somewhere else, if we're going to be fighting or you're going to be mean to me, you need to find somewhere else to stay because my house, I'm going to stay here. How do you feel about
even if you don't say go somewhere else, if you just start using the terms my, I'm not with that shit. Because I'm not going to do that to somebody. I would never want somebody to feel like this ain't ours.
Right.
I don't give a shit who pays for it. If I pay for every bill in there.
Right.
If we together, this is our house.
Right.
Because I know, I'm not referencing anybody specific because they ain't.
Oh, it happens all the time.
Yeah. But I know of people who have gone through that. Men and women, if the man is breadwinner, the woman's breadwinner, whatever the circumstance, they go and they start hearing or start saying, this is my house, this is my X, Y, and Z. Yeah, it's my car, whatever. Even though if you're supposed to be together, it ain't, MY is not supposed to be in there.
Correct.
But people will say it, and I think it's a defense mechanism because I think people get scared of maybe the relationship dissolving or somebody.
So yeah, defense mechanism.
Yeah, I think it's a fear thing. I don't think it's literally this my shit. I don't. For most of it, I could be wrong.
It's like you better remember this is mine. Stay with me.
Yeah, like stay here. Yeah, don't go.
But see, my thing is, why don't you just go? I want you to stay.
Fear, duh.
I don't understand that though.
What you mean?
Like, I guess part of me understands it a little bit. I'm too agreeable. I'm telling you, I'm too agreeable because I think if Only got mad at me, I'd be like,
okay,
I still want you to stay.
What's wrong with that?
But you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be like, this is my house.
Right.
What'd you say to me? In my house?
Hold on. I think
you know what I'm saying?
About to disappear. There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
I'm not going to be like, what? What'd you say in my house? I'm not going to be like that.
I think it's a fear thing, though. Because I've always told myself, no matter who I'm with, I'm not going to sleep on nobody's couch.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
Yeah. You don't have to touch me in the bed. I'm not getting on no goddamn couch.
You can touch me.
You stupid. I'm still ready. You hate me and I hate you, but I'm ready.
You can be mad at me and I'll still be ready.
I'm about to say, boy, it's cool. You can be mad.
Maybe I can make it up to you.
Yeah, maybe you won't be mad anymore afterwards.
But maybe it'll help us work through it. You never know.
But I mean, or those people who change the locks, or those people you need to get your ass on the couch. I'm not getting on no goddamn couch.
Yeah,
Period.
I don't understand that. I've never been that person. Like literally never.
Well, guys don't really say you sleeping on the couch tonight. Guys don't really say that.
That's because y'all are hoping for the pity kitty at least.
Well, I mean,
y'all are at least hoping for kitty.
I think that
it doesn't matter if it's pity kitty or not. You're just hoping for
I think
kitty.
the phrase is petty. P-E-T-T-Y. Oh, of course petty. We are. We do stupid shit.
Super petty.
I seen a video. We're going to derail for a second. I'm going to do it this time. I seen a video. I think it's on TikTok. It might be on YouTube. It's on TikTok. So it says when the couple is angry at each other and they're petty. So the dude goes in the kitchen and he tightens all the lids to shit. And you see it flips to her trying to open shit up. And you see the guy like peek out the door. He's like, got your ass. So yes, we're absolutely petty.
Oh yeah. Definitely men are petty. That is funny though.
Funny as fuck. I'm telling you.
It's a little sexist, but that is funny.
I don't give a shit. It's funny.
You know, again, perils of dating women. Just saying. Yeah, that's funny.
It is. Because you get.
Well, what does she do?
I can't remember.
Made him sleep on the
funnier. Hers was good
funny.
too. Yeah, hers was funny as hell. But stuff like that, like not tightening all the lids down.
Can you give me a pickle? You know what I'm saying?
Two pickles.
This is just missing a little bit of Grey Poupon. Can you get the Grey Poupon out? Go ahead and open it before you get in here. Get the knife in there. Get it stirred up. Good.
You're stupid. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if somebody changed the locks on me, I'm never coming back because that means you don't want me in here.
I may have to agree with you on that.
Yeah, I hate to be that.
Unless it's Miles.
You change the locks on
if
the
I'm gone for a day and you change the locks on my house,
the police.
The police are coming.
Yeah. But if it's a house,
I might even say they might have a gun.
Add to the story to make sure they get your.
They're really angry.
Yes.
I hear them throwing stuff in the house. They're looking for weapons.
He's a stupid. Well, I agree. Like it would, man. Like somebody, like if I came home from work, say some wild. She texts me and goes, "I heard you did X, Y, and Z, motherfucker. Don't come home," and blah blah blah. And I come home and the locks are changed. I'm not coming back, ever. I might come back and get my clothes, obviously, but like I'm not coming back to live. Because that means you didn't want me to be here. So why do I need to be here?
Okay, you know that's the words I live by at work.
Yes.
If you don't want me here, I damn sure don't want to be here.
Exactly.
I live fully by those words.
Yes.
Oh, you don't like me? Great. Bye. I got to go.
Catch you next time.
Correct. Oh, you need services? Not from this one.
But
put them on my list. Don't call me.
Yes. But that's my thing, though. Men and women do that type of shit and then be like, why'd you leave?
Yeah, but the problem with the defense mechanism is it needs to go away.
But everybody has that because we all have insecurities.
It needs to go away.
But how do you stop that?
You don't do it.
Don't change the locks?
When you're tempted. I mean, think about how much work that is to change the locks. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
That is...
If you just got a front and a back door,
if you have one door. Minimum. If you have one door that somebody can reach. Yeah. You've still got to go to Lowe's.
Get all the shit.
You've got to take that lock off.
Put the new one
lock on.
Yeah.
Drive to Lowe's and back.
Yeah.
And it probably ain't going to fit because you got to go back to Lowe's again a second time.
That's probably a good hour, 2 hour process.
You had ample opportunity to cool off.
Yeah.
Ample opportunity.
You stayed that angry that long? Can you picture somebody just, I can't get the motherfucking lock off. They're going to be home in about 45 minutes. I got 45 minutes to get this bitch off and put the new one on.
They're doing it, clearly.
Yeah, but that's a lot of...
Here's the thing.
That's dedication.
Tell me you're crazy without telling me you're crazy.
Stupid.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You did all that work, and you don't even know if I did anything.
Ah.
You have no idea whether I actually did something or not. Tell me you're crazy without telling me you're crazy.
Yeah, touche.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What is it? Kevin Hart. I love Kevin. I've got to start referencing Kevin Hart's comedy.
He's funny.
But it's so fucking funny to me. But he's talking about women talking themselves up. Oh, I'm going to get him when he gets home. That shit's so funny to me.
Stupid.
If you're ever having a bad day, look up any of Kevin Hart's comedy. It is so funny.
Oh, it's funny now. I got to give it to him.
So funny.
You're terrible. Okay, so now that you've mentioned this is mine and this is my house and shit like that, do you think there's any justification for those phrases being spat at your spouse, your significant other, regardless of who's the breadwinner?
Wait, like the person that makes the most can say the word?
Are they allowed to say that?
No.
Why? I agree, but I'm saying why.
Well, it's because maybe I'm Pollyanna, but it's ours.
Well, duh.
Like it may let's say like I'll give sort of a real life example.
Okay. Tell all your business.
No, not here on the personal podcast. No. Just saying like let's say because in my example you had a place and I had a place. So my place is obviously in my name, and your place is obviously in your name. Well, when
one of us got to give one of them up.
When you give up your place, the place that we're moving in together technically is still in my name.
Right.
So in that way, I still wouldn't throw that in the other person's face.
It ain't like you saved me either. Like I was self-sufficient. You were self-sufficient.
Correct. Hopefully.
Yeah. We just united at your location.
Correct.
You were. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, that's fair. Why we couldn't unite at my house?
Well, you have to pick one. But I mean, it would be the same. Let's say we picked your house. It's now in your name, and I'm coming to that house. Don't use that against me.
Right. My thing is, let's move it to whatever one's nicer. You know what I mean?
So you're moving up.
Yeah.
You're looking for an upgrade.
Yes, I got to date upward.
But yeah, no, I would say don't use that. Even as a defense mechanism. It's got to go.
Yeah.
Like I said, tell me you're crazy with it. Tell me you're crazy.
But it's true. I agree with you. Yeah. Because but okay, kind of in the same vein. I was talking to somebody, not going to say who it is. They talked about have the roles of housewives been diminished?
I think that there's two extremes to this. I think instead of sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Oh,
I just realized you were
No, you're
talking.
fine. I was just going to say,
I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, do you think that happens in those circumstances where the man is, I'm the breadwinner, it's my motherfucking house and blah, 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 even though that housewife has been holding down everything so that you can go get that money?
Yeah. I think, okay, let's start with housewives.
Okay.
I think one of the issues is there's now extremes.
How's that?
I think there's very few that fall in the middle. I think they're either lunching with the ladies.
Oh, I gotta eat salad and act like I don't want to eat.
Like, just have nothing to do.
Oh,
but,
okay,
but
yeah.
lunch with the ladies. Let's go to the spa again, every day.
Right.
There's that.
Right.
And there's that extreme. And then there's the other extreme of, like, I'm barely hanging on. We've got 9 kids. I'm pulling my freaking hair.
Like you're swamped.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you're literally full-time job.
Yeah.
Like I think there's very few in between, and there's a lot more on these two extremes. So I think part of the problem is that's part of it. If you're lunching with ladies,
okay,
you don't have much of a leg to stand on.
You're not much of a housewife.
Correct.
You live in the house.
You're a real housewife
but
whatever.
You don't do housewife stuff.
Correct.
But if
you're Mabel Sue over here and you've got the 9 kids, first of all, 9 kids, girl. That man should have had a vasectomy. Should have had a
7
vasectomy.
kids ago.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Maybe 8 kids ago.
Yeah, depending on what you're making.
Correct.
Yes.
But you're pulling your hair out, cleaning the house all day, chasing after 9 kids.
Too
Girl,
much.
Why did you pick this life?
Right. I think I agree with most people are probably one extreme or the other. Only because middle what's it called? Middle class income typically doesn't facilitate enough money to have what you would call a traditional housewife. Okay. Not saying but your typical middle class household probably doesn't make enough money to strictly, I mean, could do it, but it's probably a little tighter than you would want it to be as far as financially. Okay. But I would say your middle class is probably not on average having housewives. I could be wrong. Okay. That would be my assumption.
I think the pendulum swings.
Yeah, that's probably
but I think now there's been a sort of an uptick. Oh, more people are trying to be a housewife.
I think so too. But I think the role
or a house husband.
I would love to be a house husband. I'm great at cooking, cleaning.
Well, I can learn.
Cooking, laundry. I ain't that good at budgeting, but I got all the other shit down pat.
I don't think you have to budget.
No, that's true. Let her be the breadwinner. She'll budget. But nah, do you think the role, it's in its traditional sense, do you think it has been diminished as though it's nothing? It's not valuable?
I think yes, because it's one of the extremes. You're either the housewife that looks like they're having a rough life.
And fucking,
Or you're the lunch and learn lady.
And you don't do shit.
Or you volunteer for local organizations and raise money for charity.
And you basically donate your household's money to
pretty much
charities. Okay, fair enough. But I think,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're that housewife, it's like, girl, you ain't got, really?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
But if you're Peggy Sue and you've got 9 kids,
you don't have.
I'm also like,
you're dying and doing
girl,
a great job.
You're dumb for having all these children. But at least you're like trying to keep them up.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
I think in the 9 kids circumstance scenario, I think those housewives are traditional, but like to the extreme, because you're working and you can't even afford daycare for 9 kids,
right.
So you got to take care of them.
Correct.
And he's trying his I would hope that he's trying
2
his
jobs,
best,
maybe even 3.
Yeah, he's probably trying his damnedest to take care of 11
these
people.
9 children.
Yes. So I think the traditional sense of it, of I take care of the kids, I do the laundry, cook, clean, etc. And I think that hasn't been diminished per se, because it affords the man, and if it was reverse gender, whatever, but for this circumstances, housewife, if the wife is taking care of the laundry, the kids, they cook and clean, and they're literally running the household, they're the GM any damn way of the household. Like, they're the general manager. The man might be the CEO in title because he brings home the bacon. But the wife is the GM. She runs the show. If you really think about it.
Right.
Yeah, because she affords you the freedom, not freedom, but like the freedom to go get this money, to pursue
correct
financial stability for the household. So her role, and I'm not doing this to pander to women, I think her role is
okay.
Shut up.
I feel it. As a woman, I feel your
feeling, girl. Nah, but if you think about it, her role is more important than his, because the only thing he has to worry about is getting the money. She has to worry about 12 different things, and keeping your ass happy. Not your ass.
With a little pitty kitty. With a little pitty kitty.
You know what I'm saying? From time to time, on your birthday and holiday.
Did you get the paycheck today? All right, a little pitty kitty for today. Celebrating the paycheck day.
So every 2 weeks?
Some people only get paid once a month.
I've had that life before too. It sucks.
I don't envy anybody that
Hell
life.
no.
It is so hard. It's so hard. It really is such a hard life, because you've got a budget for the whole month with that one check that you get at the very beginning.
Bro, what I used to do, get that one check, I would buy 30 days worth of groceries. I swear to God.
But you can't do that with fruits and vegetables.
Oh, hell no. But I'm talking about the proteins. 30 days worth of meat in the fridge. Meats. Yes, meat.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's rough. But
it is tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, paycheck day, you can at least give a little kitty out.
You stupid. That once a month.
I'm just saying. I mean, my God. Like, again, I just...
You feel bad for a straight man like myself.
I feel bad for straight men because y'all have fucked up for straight women.
Pretty much.
Then I feel bad for them because I'm like, you got to be frustrated too, girl.
I bet you lesbians don't have that much sex.
Oh, I think they do.
You think so?
Oh, I think so.
Why you say that?
Oh, I think so.
Why?
Because I don't know why. I just think so.
That's your hypothesis?
That's my hypothesis. Let me know if I'm correct. Nosey with
Hit us
good
in the
intentions
comments.
at gmail.com.
Can I give a quick shout out? I'm not saying we're rapping right now, but I do want to say a good thank you to some folks. Not by name.
I mean, sure. I don't.
No, we reached over 2,000 listens, and I just want to give
that's amazing.
A virtual high five.
A COVID-friendly high five.
Yes, COVID-friendly. But no, there's a few people that they know who they are, friends, and people that we personally know in real life that have posted and have listened and promoted our podcast. And I just want to say thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I appreciate it.
That was a good one. We should have done that in the beginning because some people don't listen this long.
Well, if you listen this long, hit us with a DM.
Then you got your shout out.
Yes.
If they don't say anything, we know they didn't listen the whole way through.
Like, you don't never say shit about how we support it. Well, if you had gotten to minute marker like 45, you would have heard it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think.
No, that's good. By the way, genuinely.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you to everyone. Thank you. Because that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And very much appreciated.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I think, is there a way that the role of housewife could be not exalted or pedestalized, but I had to make sure to pronounce that correctly. I was like, I had sounded it out of my head. Did you see me? I was
Is
like,
that a real word?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the act. It's like the act of putting someone on a pedestal.
Sure. Sounds great.
It is a real word.
Okay.
It's like you made that
I
bullshit
think
up.
you made that word up, and I'm just like, okay.
If I did, it made sense though. Pedestalized.
Pedalization.
No, that sounds weird.
That's what you just said. Pedalization.
Did I?
Yeah.
That was the right word too. That was the act of pedalizing somebody. I don't damn know. You know, putting somebody on a pedestal. Is there a way to give housewives more credit without putting them on a pedestal? Matter of fact, the other thing we
Give
talking
them credit
about
for what?
For doing their damn job. Well, I guess
But see, there I go back to which housewife?
the traditional, the real one.
Say it.
The real housewife, and not the reality stars.
Yeah,
that was good.
I don't know. Because I think that's such a personal thing. I think the husband
What's up?
recognizing that,
In what?
like at least once a week, looking, maybe grabbing the wife's hand and saying,
I appreciate it, boo.
I recognize genuinely what you're doing.
Okay.
And because of what you do, I can go to my job and I know that you're going to handle everything here. And I just need you to know that means the world to me.
Yeah. I think people need to know
and
that.
say that regularly.
On the paydays?
More than the
Girl,
paydays.
I got this fat ass check because you do what you do. I thank you.
Can I get the kitty? Is the
Kitty
kitty ready?
and the paycheck.
Is the kitty at the ready?
Stupid.
But I mean, I think if we, whether you have kids or not, whether it's a housewife or not, whether it's a house husband or not, if we look at the person that we're with and on a pretty frequent basis say,
Okay.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I genuinely give a shit
Yeah.
that you're here. And I'm glad you're here.
I think all
I
of
think
humanity.
if we did that,
yeah.
we would be much better off.
I think all of humanity could use some of that, to just be honest with you.
True.
I think we all could use some of that.
True.
Because I think we don't give each other nice high fives from time to time.
Yeah.
But the other topic you mentioned, damn, we're doing a great job of rolling into these
We
topics.
just roll through them.
Hey. Okay, so the other one you mentioned is how do you big up someone? How do you big yourself up? On the opposite of that, how do you big yourself up without shitting on other people?
Okay, so this sort of stemmed from our conversation about fat acceptance and health at every size.
Yeah.
Typically, what ends up happening is, so there's I don't know if you remember this, but Meghan Trainor, whatever.
That
She had
name
a
sounds
song.
super familiar.
She had a song about big girls a few years ago.
And it's spelled like not like trainer like ER, but it's spelled a weird way like
no, yeah. She has MEGHAN or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I think it's an OR. It's not.
Yeah, it's something different. I know the name. I can't think of her song.
Bass. All about that bass.
Oh, all about that bass.
About that,
yeah, I know
okay.
what you're talking about.
So in that song, she shits on skinny women. I don't think she meant to, but the way the lyric is written, she sort of shat on the skinny women.
Not shit, but shat.
Shat on
past
them
tense.
to build up the big girls.
Okay.
And
kind of like what Monique used to do, the comedian. She would shit on skinny bitches, which it was funny, but she's lost weight and it looks good on her. But go ahead.
Right. I think hers was a little more. It was
a little personal.
Hers was a little more comedy.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
But it was
whatever.
personal.
It was a little personal on the personal podcast. Right. But I think but it's sort of that song and then stuff that's happened since.
Yeah.
It sort of opens this idea of like, can I be happy that I lost weight without saying that this other person didn't lose weight?
Okay.
Can I say that I did a good job without saying you did a bad job?
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can you say I'm proud of me?
Yeah.
Without having to say I'm not proud of you.
I don't know, because a lot of people will try to give themselves a pat on the back, and it does tend to shit on, I guess, what the opposite of what they're proud of would be.
Yeah.
Because I think we talked about earlier, this is probably a horrible analogy because I'm good for a shitty analogy. But like we talked about the girl, Khloe Kardashian, how she was saying, oh, I just can't stand to see someone that's eating a big bowl of Haagen-Dazs. And she basically was like, quit being fat, in a nutshell. Paraphrasing horribly, who cares? And I think, I could be wrong because I didn't watch the whole video because it was very hypocritical. But I think she was trying to give herself a round of applause for her I don't know if she's developing a workout routine or whatever, but here lately she's been posting like her whole workout.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I think she has a few workouts.
Probably so,
videos.
but we all know she's had surgery. The whole clan has had surgery, but specifically her for weight loss or the sculpting of shape or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I think that is an extreme example, but that's hypocritical. I think she was trying to give herself a high five for her workout routines that she has developed with some trainer.
And sound compassionate.
Yeah. But I think she in turn shit on those who have not had plastic surgery and have not had body modifications.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of the same way. It would be like, I can't think of a really good example. But
I'm trying to think too. I think we had an example earlier, but now I can't remember what it was.
We did have a good one when we first wrote the topic down, but...
Well, I mean, let's go with an easy one.
Okay.
Just like Meghan Trainor. She wrote this song. The whole point of the song is she learned how to be proud of herself.
Yeah.
But that one line in the song was...
Well, I don't know the line.
Fuck them skinny bitches, I guess. But I mean, Nicki Minaj, she has that line in her song. Fuck them skinny bitches. Fuck them skinny.
Yeah.
She says it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, till she got her ass done. But anyway, she was one of those skinny bitches.
But I mean, you know, it's like, why did I have to shit on a skinny girl
when you could just have
to
given
say
yourself a
that
high five?
I'm attractive too?
But I think some of that comes from insecurities of the person trying to champion themselves.
Yeah.
I think it is a little scary, especially on a public platform or forum, to give yourself a high five with the world watching. Whereas if it's just me and you and we do an assignment together, it's not as hard for me to be like, man, you killed that shit, Kirk, or vice versa, because it's only 2 of us. Yeah. So there's at least if we have a personal relationship. Obviously, we've worked with people who we are complete strangers to us, and you just kind of get the job done. But I think when you have a personal relationship and it's one-on-one or smaller settings, it's easier to give somebody a high five and not be focused on, man, are they going to think I'm giving myself props? Like, man, I did a great job.
Yeah.
And the other person is not going to be like, well, shit, it wasn't that good of a job. You know what I mean? So, or not even necessarily
or
that.
they feel like they did a bad job.
Yeah. Just because you were like, man, I killed that shit. But it may have been that particular assignment might have been a specialty that a person is not strong in, but you did a great job in that particular moment. And you're like, man, I'm proud of myself. I did a good job with this specialty that I'm not familiar with, or I usually do a bad job with. Yeah. And you give yourself a high five, but the other person might be like, well, damn, maybe I didn't do a good job.
Yeah.
So I
don't think you're responsible for other people's feelings.
Of course not.
Let me start there.
Of course not.
I think there's a difference between we do a job together and I go, I felt really good about that.
But I'm not no hating ass dude.
And you're like,
did I hate?
Guess I was shit.
See, I'm not going to do that.
Because I didn't say, I think we did that.
But see, everything ain't got to be
Do you know what I'm
we.
saying? I think there's a difference between I didn't say we, kill yourself. And I said, wow, I did a great job. Are you okay?
You're allowed to be proud of yourself. And I think people are.
You didn't hear me, did you?
Yeah.
I said, wow, I did a great job. You all right?
Oh, that's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's different. Yeah. I'm now responsible for that feeling. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I said that. But if I just went, wow, I think I did a good job today. That has nothing to do with you.
No.
Get out of my thing.
Yeah.
But if I go, I killed that. You all right?
That's basically saying, I didn't do so good. What was on
you
your
didn't
mind?
do so hard. Did you want some feedback?
If you said it to me like that, I'd be like, I think I'm good. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
But that's clearly something very different. I feel like I feel a little more responsible for those feelings because I did that.
You put the seed out. You was like,
right. I planted the doubt.
Yeah. He was like, hey, it wasn't so good on your side. What happened?
That I think is different than if you just tried to grope off of what I was saying about me.
But I think people that are insecure in moments will still, even if you didn't say that second part, I'm sure people will have the insecurity and go,
oh, I'm sure.
Well, what did I do bad?
I'm sure, but I'm not responsible for that.
Right.
I'm not in this conversation. I'm not responsible for her.
This is true.
That.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I think any time that you're going to say, people that have worked out since they were 16 years old, mm-hmm. they're the only people that are physically fit.
Oh, that's
so if you started at 17, you don't get to count. Like, why the hell do you have to shit on to shit on 17 and older?
Right.
Just to have a special group for the 16-year-olds?
If you're all in shape or whatever.
Like, we're now in our 30s. Just because you started at 16 and I started 6 months ago, kill yourself.
If we ended up at the same point, who cares? That means you just wasted a whole bunch of time anyway.
Right.
To me.
Whatever. But we can't shit back to be like, clearly you wasted a whole bunch of time if I called up in 6 months.
You can, but if you start going tit for tat, you don't get anywhere.
No.
And then you both basically shit all over the positive outcome you really could have had. It's okay to be proud of yourself, give yourself a high five.
But see, you have the ultimate in your pocket.
Mm.
No matter what I say, you can always go, but did you go to war?
You I hate his ass. He ain't shit. But okay. Yeah. So is there ever a point, can you ever get to a point where you go, if a person's watching, you might be giving yourself a little too much props. Come on, slow down.
Oh, the thought crosses my mind. Oh, she's feeling herself today. Oh, she's feeling confident today.
Right.
But I mean, it only crosses my mind if you're not really doing a good job. To me, there's got to be a balance of, I need to be able to be realistic with myself, but not beat myself up for no reason.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, I don't need to promote myself to a point that I'm not at.
Right.
But I also don't need to shout on myself to a point that I'm higher than in my life. In not comparing my life, but in my life. You know, like, I don't know, something happens when you turn 30.
Is it 30?
I think it is. Mine was like roughly 33. I was a little late bloomer.
Me too.
But I don't know, like, I hit 34 years old and I just went, I genuinely don't care what anybody thinks of me.
Yeah, I was around that same age. I just like,
I don't know what happened.
I think
I love it.
Yeah, it's a great feeling.
It is.
Found it?
It is. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I want only to think good thoughts
right,
about
but I'm
me.
saying when you go out in the world, you're not like, I wonder what that person thinks. And that person
if some random stranger was like, fuck it, as I walked by, I'd be like,
so?
Okay, thanks. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I'm devastated. They F-bombed me.
But at 23, would you have been devastated?
At 23,
or would your feelings have been hurt?
I would have been devastated.
Really?
I would have been devastated at 23.
Like, what would be an example of your reaction?
I'll tell you a perfect story.
Don't tell me you break down crying.
No, listen, listen. I'm going to tell you a perfect story. This is my dumbass.
Okay.
So I lived in
undisclosed location.
An undisclosed location that was a large city up north.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Continue, sir.
It may have been said or shouted out on this podcast at one point or another.
Well, my country ass.
But anyway, a friend of mine, Chocolate Swirl, actually came to visit me. Okay. And so we decided to go bar hopping because all the bars were sort of close together.
Okay.
So we were going bar hopping, and this person, we're walking by, and this person, I think it was a guy.
Probably. Women don't normally yell shit like that out.
Well, he didn't yell.
Oh, okay.
He stopped us. Stopped me specifically. I'm standing beside Chocolate Swirl.
Okay.
He stops me specifically and goes, hey, man, you got any drugs?
Okay.
You ready for my reaction?
Yeah.
I looked at Chocolate Swirl and I said, oh my God, do I look like someone who's on drugs?
You said it just like that. You're so gay.
Devastated.
Wow.
I was devastated.
Wow.
This hooker thinks that I'm on. He was a man. He wasn't a hooker. He wasn't on duty. But I thought, this man thinks I'm on drugs. The fuck do I look like on drugs?
Well, you were pleasantly plump. You couldn't have been on drugs.
True. I think I was less plump then.
Oh, okay.
I had some ups and some downs. It ebbs and flows. But I did. Literally, I went, oh my God, do I look like I'm on drugs?
You're so gay.
But that was my reaction. And he just like ran away because I yelled it.
Oh, you yelled it like...
We were on the street.
To the
and I
world.
said, oh my God, like that loud.
Kirk, you're supposed to be like, no, I'm good. I don't.
And he took off.
You could just be like, no, sir, I don't. Coincidentally, I don't have any drugs.
I was devastated.
So why?
He thought I was on drugs.
Maybe he just thought you might
know
where
like,
they
do
were.
I look like I'm on drugs?
You were very self-conscious.
Don't you think? I'm serious, but that's exactly how I responded. So when you say, how would I respond? That's exactly how I responded.
Yeah, that was a little extreme. Now, if somebody said that now, what would you be like? No, I don't have any. Go away. My kids are dying.
No, mine got confiscated. Thanks for bringing it up and tearing me up again. I'm kidding. No, I'm not really kidding. I'm kidding.
You'd be like, my kids are dying. Got to run back to the truck. Get them out. I don't have any time.
My kid's dying of coke. I've got to hurry him up to the hospital. I can't go in. They'll arrest me. I just got to drop him off at the corner. Tell him to run. Run quick. Run quick, son. If you don't make it to the door, don't tell him who we are.
It's stupid.
But I mean, I guess if somebody asked me if I had drugs, I'd be like, girl, I'd be like, girl, you're barking up the wrong tree today.
But I think that probably comes from life experiences too, realizing that certain shit ain't that serious.
I was devastated.
That's nothing to be devastated.
I was literally devastated. I thought, oh my God, do I look like I'm on drugs? I think it was the eyes, because I got the circles. I think that I was insecure about that, and I was like, this motherfucker thinks I'm on drugs because I got these bags.
Little do they know, it's a genetic.
It's a genetic thing.
It's a medical condition.
It's a medical.
You're stupid as hell.
Oh, another good example. So we played volleyball.
Right. I got to go with y'all play.
I play volleyball.
Yeah.
Like we're now in like a tournament league or what.
Cool.
We're not in the tournament part yet. We're just in the season.
Okay. It will result in a tournament.
So we won last night.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
that's
They were terrible. We
Your
were
team or
we
the
were
other?
less terrible. We didn't win. Here's the problem. We didn't win because we did a good job. We won because we were less terrible than the other team.
Okay.
So I don't mean to shat on them to boost us up. I'm just shitting on us both. We were bad. They were worse.
Ooh. See, I was like
So
a 2
we
and they
won.
were a 1.
Pretty much. Maybe a 3. Maybe a 3. We were a
You're not gonna do
smidge better. We were a smidge better than
So you
right
picking
above
yourself up and shitting on them?
a little bit. But had we played anybody else like that, we would have been murdered. And one of my teammates was like, I think we did pretty good. And
Was he one of the shitty players?
She. And I went, yes. And I went,
we could use another player.
I said, we pulled through. And that's all. And as soon as they walked away,
You're
the other team
almost lost.
The other team, one of my other teammates walked up and said, is that what she said to me? Did she just say we did pretty good? And I went, yeah, apparently.
Yeah, so should you have been honest and be like, sweetheart, you didn't do that good. We did.
Oh my God. Well, let me tell you what else I learned. So I learned another life lesson
shit.
at volleyball. So the thing is, like, we're bad. We're not good. And so we're all mad because we're not good. Even the people that are horrible are mad.
Okay.
And the other team that was horrific, they were laughing and having a gay old time.
Okay.
And so after the game, I was sitting there talking to one of the teammates that we're becoming closer friends.
Okay.
I don't have a nickname for him yet, but I'll work on it.
Okay.
But I was sitting there talking to him, and him and his wife, and I was like, I realized tonight we don't like each other. Like we were terrible, but we beat them significantly by like 10 to 15 points.
And you mean we, as in your team, does not like their team?
No. We, the team,
Don't like each other.
don't like each other.
You don't gotta like each other to win.
I just realized tonight they were terrible, but they laughed and had a ball. Oh. We won and were miserable.
But were y'all miserable because y'all
don't like
do that
each
good?
other? We genuinely don't. They were awful, but they laughed. And then I started thinking, like, I've done jobs where we did a terrible job and we've cackled through the whole job.
Yeah, I would rather enjoy the company I keep
Yes.
than just do a good job.
Like, don't get me wrong. I've been on the losing team thoroughly throughout my whole life.
Okay.
And there are teams where I have been laughing, and there are teams where I've been like, fuck these bitches. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's been teams where half the team I'm like, fuck them. Yeah. And the other half I'm like, let's go get a drink.
You're right.
Well, actually, I was too young to drink. I was like, could we go to the Mexican restaurant? I'm a little hungry.
Starving.
Get a little cheese dip.
With the ranch on the fries.
With some tortilla chips. But I realized, like, oh God, we don't like each other at all. And I was a little devastated for a minute. And then all of a sudden I was just sort of like, the thought crossed my head, like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I thought, you know,
but I mean,
they're probably not going to ask them again.
But you probably don't have anything invested except volleyball too, though.
We all go to the same gym. See, we're the team that we play on is representing, quote unquote, the gym, loosely representing the gym.
Oh.
So we all go to the same gym.
Oh.
Yeah.
Touche.
Oh, which I love them at the gym. That's what's so crazy. We get along, all of us get along great at the gym because it's all very encouraging and very like uplifting.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not
let's all get through this. At volleyball, I'm like, girl, you gonna let that ball hit you beside your foot again for the third time in a row?
But
you can't throw an arm out there, Daria.
But see,
throw an arm out there, girl.
But you're encouraging each other for individual goals at the gym.
True.
At volleyball, it's a team goal.
Well,
and if
there's some
everybody
individual goals.
What you mean?
Girl, you didn't see that ball almost smack you in the face. You couldn't have hit it. You couldn't put one hand
goal
up.
was not to hit the ball.
Jessica, can I get you to hit the ball, please?
I hope that's her real name. I know it's not.
It's not. It's not. It's not at all.
Are you terrible?
It's not at all. But I realized, like, oh God, we don't really like each other. Because if we did, we'd laugh. We'd lose and laugh. Just like the other team. They were awful, but they laughed the whole time.
Y'all giving each other superficial encouragement at the gym.
I'd be like, all right, Leslie.
One more
Your
set.
serve, Leslie. You got it, Leslie. That's what I say. You got it, Leslie.
You are a hot mess. I just want you.
But I'm encouraging because I'm thinking, we're either winning together or losing together. So Leslie, I need you to pull it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can't be. You know what I'm saying? It's a 6-person game. I can't do
you
it
can't
by
play all
myself.
6 positions, yeah, and come off the bench and serve
Correct.
the ball, yeah.
And we got to rotate out. Leslie,
come on.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're terrible. You ready to get out of here?
I am. We've overstayed our welcome on that one. But anyway, Nosey with good intentions at gmail.com. We've also got the Instagram.
Yes, we do.
Nosey with good intentions. If you send something to the Instagram, it'll go to Michael. If you send something to the email, I may look at it.
Actually, we both have access to the Instagram page. He just don't respond. I'm the one that always responds.
Oh, God.
But yes.
Should we answer the question we got? We recently got a question.
What question?
Do we really judge people or not? I think after that last one, I may sound a little judgy. Leslie, I need you to pull it together.
I think we should answer that on the next episode.
Let's answer that on the next one.
Okay.
All right. Nosey with good intentions at gmail.com.
TikTok.
Instagram. We got the TikTok. And we're getting the YouTube page.
Yeah.
Please feel free to look at the YouTube page. Nosey with good intentions. It is a current work in progress. But as we're recording now, we're also video recording.
We're going to try to video record every episode from now on.
If the video has come through, it'll be on the YouTube page. We're looking a hot mess.
We got the Twitter.
We got the Twitter
Nosey
account.
Good or at Nosey Good. Because Nosey with good intentions too long. You can't make it.
Nosey Good.
Is that all?
And as always, you've listened to the pod. By the way, you never played that intro, so it makes no sense that I go, the pod.
That's fine. Keep them guessing.
All right.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for being nosy. Oh. How you gonna look at your own line?
Thank you for being nosy with us.
See you next time.